Wait a minute! What are you doing with me? Cut that out! Wait a minute! Cut that out!
Is that the joke? I don't understand. Anyway. I feel like this is always how it's been. This is not always how it's been. There were more intelligent shows for kids in the 80s and 90s, like X-Men. Had interesting themes about anti-discrimination and neurodivergence and whatnot. And fucking Exo Squad had interesting themes to do with human genetic engineering. He had his own cartoon show, though. This is the basis of Krusty the Clown. I don't know why my internet's so trash right now.
Bozo, the world's most famous clown. In broadsword discord.
Bozo! Harky Bozo!
Hark, hark, Your Honor.
I'll be out all night tonight, celebrating my birthday with some Arabian Nights. And I want you to guard my magic sword on the rock.
Fear not, sire. Yonder magical sword and your credit cards will be safe with Chief Thief Eater Bozo in guarding.
If yon sword be stolen, the thief can, by a single wish, become rich. Rich or poor, it's sure nice to be rich.
Don't worry, Your Highnesses. Anybody that tries to get into this castle is going to have a razzle-dazzle hassle.
I feel dumber having watched this.
Previously on X-Men.
It was just higher concept, wasn't it? Am I wrong? It was higher concept with better plots.
It was a golden age for all mankind. Using the incredible exoskeletons called E-frames, we had successfully terraformed Venus and Mars and were poised to move on to the outer planets. Suddenly, it all ended. We were pressed into a nightmarish war on a scale previously unimagined. We were attacked by our own creations, the Neo-Sapiens, a race of artificially created humans. Led by Phaeton, they have seized control of Venus, Earth, and Mars. This is Lieutenant J.T. Marsh, member of the Exofleet, leader of a small band of E-frame pilots dedicated to freeing humanity from Neo-Sapien rule. We are the Exo Squad.
That's better, isn't it? I mean, compared to a cartoon about a clown doing slapstick comedy in the Middle Ages. That is subjectively superior, I want to say. We have fucking 1 hour remaining. I'm gonna hit pause. I think it's interfering with the download. Let's watch a video of it. Let's do Gura.
So,
So there's a big titty MILF in this game.
Come over here. Let's have a look at you.
I'm a shark.
You disappoint me, love.
Hi.
You really do.
Hi.
So many fears. So many desires. I
Ma'am.
thought you'd be bigger.
I am an apex predator, I will have you know. I am as big as they come. My how did she know? I'm sorry. That is incorrect. It's alright, there's no way. There's no way she knows. I would like to say that
This is the freeware level. Comes with the demo.
I used to have nightmares when I was baby shark. I used to have, when I first found out what these monkeys were, I used to have nightmares about these. So I am channeling some deep inner, don't sigh at me, I'm getting there, okay? I am channeling some deep, okay, we'll go. Da. So we're walking. Monkey business. So I believe we are collecting shards. Okay, it is loading.
What a charming little hotel.
Oh yeah, it's nice.
Bring back any memories?
The monkeys are gonna. Breakfast and murder. Free every day until 10 a.m. Wow, I feel like Calliope would really like.
I had the toys too. Those were fucking bitchin' toys.
So like I said,
Not only were the action figures fully articulated to the same degree as G.I. Joe, which is not true of the Battletech ones. They had like ball and socket joints and everything. But also the E-frames, the suits they were in, were articulated too. Not all of them were equally articulated. Some of them didn't have knee joints, for example, to cut costs. Most of them did, though. I know the Phaeton one did, and I think the JT Marsh one did. JT Marsh one had fucking folded wings. They were dope as hell. Those are awesome toys. And they actually had a little cable that connected to a hole in the back of the action figure's neck for the neural interface.
I think this is a highly invested game. I really don't like monkeys. So I will do my best to keep an eye. Okay, it's gonna be a long night. It's gonna be a long night, boys. I tell you right now, boys and girls, shrimps and shrimpers. We're okay. I am the apex predator. 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 You don't scare me! I am the apex predator! Yeah, do your worst. I am the apex predator. I am the apex predator. Let me in! Alright. Ikuzo! Oh, this is nice.
Going up?
Yes. Oh. Let's turn on the auto tune.
See, I take it back. They do have a
Start this
top-down
off with
view,
some fun. We're
but
gonna
in the
do
corner
auto-tunes
of the
this
screen,
time.
which isn't really good enough.
Okey-dokey.
Now listen closely. See those floating bits of crystal?
Yaw.
Those are soul shards. Fragments of human spirit
Oh, these.
scattered throughout the halls of this little maze. Each crystal is a remnant of one who has met their end here.
Ha.
Gather them all, and the first ring piece will be yours.
I'm gonna have nightmares.
One more thing. You're not alone.
I know.
There
I
are
know.
monsters in here, and they're
I
looking
know.
for you. Here, you'll need this.
The
It will
auto-tuning.
detect each shard's location.
There it is. It's
It
just
was
Pac-Man.
learned by the last guest to disappoint me here.
Ah.
A very clever girl.
So this is our maze, and these
She's
are our
not a very
shards.
fast runner. Enough instruction.
I don't know my life's and rights and lefts. Okay, rights and lefts. I don't know my.
This has addictive noises too. That sound when you pick up the crystal scratches an itch in my brain.
Okay, it was just okay, we're good.
That was quick.
That's what you get for monkeying around.
Yeah, monkeys are like uncanny valley territory. They're like weird, deformed little old men.
Oh, my muscles.
That's what we used to consider them in many
muscle
legends as the old men of the forest, which is I think the Amazonian tribal name for orangutans, because they look like old men. The problem is you can't fucking see the monkey locations on the map, which defeats the point of having it.
Bad monkey.
But this is heart pounding. Really shows that the basic formula for most horror is just monster mazes, and has been ever since the classic story of the Minotaur in the Labyrinth, which was the first monster maze in fiction. It's really hard to say what would be more heart-pounding than just being stuck in a maze and not knowing which way to go or how to get out, and having monsters in there with you that could be anywhere at any time.
They're monkeys. How do I win? Okay, can I zoom out?
She's such a tender nugget too. This is fucking traumatizing, which is why it's so entertaining to watch. It's like feeding a baby into a wood chipper.
Let's break these boards.
Not that I want to do that.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
I can never get too good at this though, because like you can see, without being able to see where they are on the map, I can't really tell how you could possibly be any good at this game.
Okay, so alright,
She just keeps dying for the whole stream. I kept dying too. I didn't understand how you're supposed to get good at that. There's a bunch of different levels. Each one is the same shit over and over, but with different monsters.
Yes? How will you play? Do you?
They've got like the
good old famous last
ghost
words?
girls in
Nah.
a Japanese high school.
Nah.
Like that one. They've got the ghost pirates on a
You can smell me.
Victorian estate
Why do
for
I
some
smell
fucking
like?
reason.
What do you guys smell like?
They have
What's your
rubber
favorite
duckies in the sewer.
smell? That's a good question.
But it's never different. It's always just monster mazes with different monsters.
What?
That's the last
Which
of the
only
show.
works as well as it does because the basic formula is timeless, which is goes back to what I said about the primordial gameplay loops.
This is fun.
About how Pac-Man was the origin of survival horror, kind of. I don't.
My favorite smell. I like the smell of ocean, obviously. Yeah!
Oh, this one. Oh, God. Yes, I do remember that. It's the red eyes, I think. I hate him. Filthy little creature. Ah, God, why? I don't like it. I feel deeply discomforted. Let's not watch all of YouTube this evening. Let's play some spooker games. Like Super Jack the Ripper. Looks like a click and play game. Is this keyboard only? Oh, it's a pixel art. Up is jump. Fuck that. What sort of depraved idiot? The old controls. Oh. Okay, gamepad does work. I spoke too soon. It does work with gamepad. Thank God. That was almost an emergency. It's a full-grown woman. Don't fall for her wiles. Of course it is. I've seen Gargura. Her face reveal is on the internet. She's extremely cute. I think she's a fucking Canadian. And she's adorable. She's one of the few VTubers that's not a disappointment. Actually, that's not true. I think HoloLive and FaZe Connect both select which VTubers to make famous based in large part upon them actually being attractive in real life, so that they don't make their fan base feel deceived. Just Nettis has the right idea. If you turn the corner and you see a ghost girl, just be naked and slowly stroking your shit. They won't know what to do. They'll get all flustered. That's like the old Nietzsche quote. Gaze not too long into the abyss, or the abyss will gaze into you. But if you maintain unbroken eye contact with the abyss while stroking your shit, fully naked with erect nipples, eventually the abyss will be the one to get all embarrassed and flinch. Hello, sir. You're from a wall jump. Oh. Oh. Listen to that. Oh. I love that. Oh. I think I love this. Oh. The Robocop. Really? Again? We already played that. You just want to see a second playthrough? That's not a horror story. We need that. We need a real Robocop. Hello again, sir. Do you observe the gate over there? You may open it with a lever if you wish so. It's funny how they never tried just letting the when they made alternative Robocops and they all became insane and suicidal in RoboCop 2, I think it was. They never thought maybe we should just let them keep their dick. Like maybe they're becoming insane and suicidal because they realize they don't have a dick and balls anymore. Maybe let them keep their dick and balls intact and like a little trap door. Oh. Oh. Oh, the man was a vampire. Oh. Fires kill me. Gotcha. I still don't have anything like a knife. What is that, clothesline? It would appear to be. Well, to its credit, this looks like it actually could have been on the NES. Oh. Oh, music notes kill me. That's the new one. Oh. They home in on me. Oh. What the fuck, man? How do I... Oh. How am I supposed to get around those? Oh. What do I do? Oh. Sounds like Chris O'Neill. Oh. I can't just jump on that guy either. Oh. Fucking made it. I have to murder those guys though. That's what I'm doing there, I think. Jack the Ripper mostly murdered prostitutes, didn't he? Randy stare? I don't know. I ain't got an answer for that. Oh! Shit, on a fucking shingle. Come on. There we go. Oh! Bitch titties. Bitch titties. Big time. Well-designed little caper. Oh. 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 Oh, right, okay. Oh. 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 I can't do anything different. Can't do when they desynchronize. I can't make it across safely. Oh, this doesn't load well. Oh, bitch. Titties. Oh! How am I supposed to do this? Got it. Oh! Ask a question, get an answer 1 second later. Oh! Fuck! God damn it. This is video games as fuck, let me tell you. This might be the most video games that ever video games. Oh! Oh, so close. Oh! I need to not rush it. Oh! I'm losing it. I'm losing it. Oh boy. There we go, let me calm down. Ah! I think the only time my dad hated video games. I think part of it was the only time he ever tried video games. He fucking sucked at it. And I thought it was funny, and I had to laugh. And he's like, listen, kid. You think you're hot shit because you can make little pixel characters jump around on a screen? Just because I'm bad at this doesn't mean I don't fucking pay all your bills and feed you. Which is true, but it's kind of a trivial thing to get upset over. Like, let me try this. It looks easy. And it gets like inappropriately angry because this generation was never socialized. Men were never socialized in how to control their emotions and repress anger. So, and to be fair, NES games make you uniquely angry because of how trivial and dinky everything is. It's like I'm getting mad at a little sprite on a screen. But it makes it worse, not better. It doesn't make you think, oh, well, I guess I should rethink my emotions. It just makes you even madder. Oh. Fuck. Oh. It's like the irritating stick video game where it's just a metal stick you have to guide around a loop of wire. And the fact that it's so trivial only makes it more infuriating. Oh. 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 Fucking come on. Oh. Really? Oh. I can't touch the water either. There we go. God damn it. Oh. 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 So when my mother is out of the hospital, we're gonna have a birthday dinner for me, which we skipped several days ago. Oh. I didn't expect anything because I'm fucking 40. Oh. And I had to move back in with my parents, but then almost everybody else in my age range that I know is in the same boat as I am, but for some reason that doesn't make it any less humiliating. Also, women. A lot of women I get to talking to, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm living with my parents. But that doesn't make it any better if you're a man, because one of you has to be financially secure if the other isn't. Otherwise, what are you inviting her to share with you? A life of poverty? Gender roles were never really abolished, just kind of modified. You still gotta be a provider, otherwise, what do you offer? It's like that meme on Twitter, where this chick is like, I just took my date out to dinner, I drained his balls, and then I sent him home in an Uber just to see how he likes it. And everyone's like, that sounds like an awesome day. I think you showed him a great time. If you feed me and you drain my balls and then you pay for my transport, what the hell would I complain about? Of course, the truth, what she's trying to get at is that women want different things out of intimacy. They want, like, to be held and to be comforted. Because they're tender little nuggets. And if you don't do that, then you're not really being a complete lover. That's what people didn't understand in the comments. And that's not a bad thing. That's not like sinister. It's just that ladies like to be pampered a little bit. And understanding that will make you a very popular man if word gets around that you are considerate in that way. Was it slippery? Oh, why is it slippery? Oh, damn it! God fucking damn it! Oh god, this is so uniquely infuriating. I've mastered that first jump though. Thank fucking God for that. I made it. I made it. Oh. I don't know what I was thinking there. AI is probably watching this and thinking, wow, human brains are pretty good at slowly learning how to do things. Maybe when the robots take over, we could find a use for humans as fuzzy logic problem solvers. Oh. Oh. Bitch titties. Indeed. We made it through many billions of years, 3 or 4 billion, by being pretty good at trial and error. Oh. Okay, that's the last jump I keep fucking up on. Oh. It's also important to time it correctly with the bats. Oh. Not like that. Don't do what I do. Do the opposite of whatever I do. Oh. Shit. Oh, I can't kill that guy. His job is just to flip the switch. Oh. I almost had it. Oh. Yes, I did. Shut up. Oh. Oh, bitch titties. I'm getting tired of that. Looks like PC Engine, kind of.
Oh.
That's the latest thing I've had to tell myself not to buy. I found out that a recapped Turbo Duo, region free, is $400. It's more than twice as much as my VCS.
Oh.
But I still kind of want it, even though I can emulate everything on it. It's because that was the perfect era of gaming, in my opinion, was just barely 16-bit. So you get all the cool pixel art. But not sophisticated enough. And you get CD audio, so you get voice acting, but you don't have FMV. It's too weak to do FMV, which is a strength, not a weakness. That's a good dad, Short Talk. Short Talk just said his kid beat him at Smash Bros. And laughed his ass off at 6. That's a healthy relationship with video games and your kid. I think it's just he was embarrassed that I was better at him than anything, and it was something that he didn't value. Because he thought video games were trivial nonsense and a waste of computing technology. He said they rot my brain, and it fucking did. Look at him. First fucking try. Did you see that? Uh-oh, it's getting spooky now. I've been getting more interested in consoles, but I keep telling myself consoles are just pointless trivialities. This is your doom. Is that a monkey? What is that thing? Can I escape from hell? By wall kicking? It seems like that shouldn't be possible. The theological implications alone are staggering. This is your destiny. Not if I wall kick. Doomslayer never even thought of wall kicking his way out of hell. Oh, Screamer. Bad ending, doomed. I don't really care what the good ending is. If I don't hit that switch, do I make it? I'll come back to this and do a good ending on a different run. That was fun. That was actually also kind of cute. A cute little charming game. Let's, I need to use the restroom, so let's do a creepypasta, of which I have an endless number. Which ones haven't we listened to? Oh, this one.
Good afternoon, Dorothy Lynn Silver. Identification number 9066810492. Very good. Processing can be a bit overwhelming if you've never traveled between colonies before, but focus on the sound of my voice and proceed through the open doors in front of you. Yes, that's it. I'll guide you through the steps which follow, and before you know it, you'll be inside colony 1184, or the Dolphin. What? No, nothing to do with water. Well, there actually is a simulated waterfront within the dome, but the name is more to give an identity for colonists to rally around and to give direction to the internal decor. May I have you blow into the tube in the far wall? Yes, like that. Thank you. The doors to the next chamber should be open now. Please proceed. There's not much to set us apart from the other colonies, except we've produced an unusually high percentage of the erratics crucial to my line of work. You're not familiar? Surely you're joking. Their mothers are all over TV these days because of the lawsuits. You've really never seen? You're serious? Well, there's a ways to go yet before you're cleared for entry. I may as well fill you in. Erratics are savants, essentially, of two specific types vital to colony security. The first, Type 1, specialize in detecting what's out of place. You know those tiresome picture puzzles on the brochures that you find on the train? Spot 10 differences between these two pictures. They'd solve that instantly. But they further specialize in applying this skill to human beings. Yes, I know, the decor in here is so drab. Grey walls, grey furniture, grey console. Well, you can't see it, but it's the same as the rest. That's government architecture for you. It wouldn't weigh me down except our uniforms are all the same drab grey. They tell us it's so nothing distracts the erratics from their work. Oh, yes, the erratics. Type 1 specializes in... what's the term? Uncanny Valley. When something is very close to human, but not quite. Except so slightly that no normal person could detect it. Alright, now I'm going to ask you to please undress and agree to be photographed. These pictures will be deleted after processing and not shared outside of this building. Very good. I do apologize, but you must misunderstand what's at stake. So much was sacrificed to establish these precious pockets of immunity, and only one must get by our defenses too. What do you mean one what? Now you're pulling my leg, I'm sure of it. Here, have a look at this. A video plays on the monitor of a recent processing of an elderly man. When he undresses, he is judiciously blurred to preserve modesty. Photographs are taken, then a few seconds later, alarms sound. He runs for one of the doors, but a steel shutter falls into place. Likewise with the other door. He writhes, shrieks, and cockroaches begin to pour from his mouth. His now jet-black eyes widen, his jaw dislocates, then hangs open so the flow of roaches can accelerate. Whisper thin black tendrils emerge from its mouth and eyes, probing the limits of the room. His arms split apart, and multiple long boneless appendages resembling gray pulsating tongues emerge from both stumps. Each one causes a spreading web of black sticky fibers on the wall wherever it touches, however, briefly. A moment later, the room is engulfed in flames. That one was unusually easy. We almost never get them with Type 1s anymore. They're really just the initial filter to pick out the sloppy ones. Type 2s do the real heavy lifting. Hardcore pattern recognition savants. We print out sheets of figures for them to scrutinize. Page after page of fine measurements of every biometric for each visitor. Height, weight, age, hair color, eye color, average hair length, skin pigmentation, frequency of moles, individual fingernail lengths, distribution of fine hair on the skin. Everything conceivable. They spot patterns in the figures, common only to things we're trying to exclude. Try as they might, it seems like they can't help but build them that way, and Type 2s always catch them. Well, almost always. Never forget Colony 813. There's no shortage of controversy. Is it right to use children this way? Subjecting their developing brains to several years of zero-error margin condensed pattern recognition undoubtedly burns them out. But they're well taken care of after that, and decorated as heroes of humanity. Real humanity. Which was almost lost forever until the erratics were discovered, permitting us to build a future for our kind atop the smoldering bones of our imitators. Even the children? It's a classic rookie question. Even I asked it back when I started. That's when this department was mostly concerned with disposing of the things from Colony 813. All the near-perfect replicas of the former colonists, and a testament to why we are so intensely vigilant. It's useless to tell the recruits, don't be fooled, those aren't real children. Unless they're an erratic, they can't tell. Those damned things really know how to tug at our heartstrings. They'll do anything to get inside. But look at me now. Not to toot my own horn, but I'd say I've gotten the hang of it. Mr. Peterson assigned me to personally toggle the switch all day, every day for a week, incinerating chamber after chamber of them. Oh, please, let us out of here. I have a family inside who will vouch for me. Oh, I don't want to hear it. Into the fire with you. It's that easy. No thought is the key. Just don't think about it. Hesitation is the seed of dereliction. Don't plant that seed and nothing will grow. Look the other way when you incinerate them if you must, I was told. By the third day, I enjoyed watching. I'm sure there's a false positive here and there, but it's a small price to pay. Better too careful than too lax. If you've ever seen pictures of the surface outside the colonies, you already know why we can't afford to let even one inside. Which brings us to the culmination of your processing. You passed Type 1 evaluation. Congratulations! However, you failed Type 2. Additionally, it seems you already have a Miss Dorothy Lynn Silver with your identification number. Goodbye.
How'd you like that? Yay? Nay? Indifference? Hang on, Super Jack the Ripper won't close. I have to nuke it from Task Manager. And now my computer's ground to a halt. Here we go. Where the fuck is it? Did I kill Ichio? I didn't mean to do that. Oh well, I can start it over again. Maybe, it's just a gray screen now. That's not a good sign. May have to play something else tonight. I don't want to play Forza Popo. I'm not feeling that. I wasn't liking Forza Popo. Forza Poopo, more like it. You know what I might fucking do is I might actually just play Dragon's Curse, because I enjoy that. It never gets old. Would any of you mind that? Or do you really want to see me play RoboCop again? Is there like a burning desire to see RoboCop? God, I love PC Engine. God damn, I love me some PC Engine. This is the definitive way to play it. There is a Master System version of this, which was the original. This is the same thing with slightly better graphics. And also better sound, I think. I don't remember if this is CD or not. It doesn't look much different from this, but has, I think, better sprites. You might consider the Master System to be the original intended version by the authors. If you're one of those filthy purists. Is it even streaming? It is streaming. You're entering the Dragon Castle. Your mission is to defeat the 5 ghostly goons and save your country. My country? I'm a patriot? What country is that? Be aware of the dragon's power, as they can turn you into a totally disgusting creature. Way ahead of you, I already am. The only way for you to get back to human form is to fight these dragons and find the Salamander Cross. It has the power to cure the curse of these ugly and disgusting demons. Your battle's about to get... Wow, you're really harsh on the dragons, aren't you? Spent a lot of text making sure we know how disgusting the enemies are. powered up here, though. It's one of those games where you start out fully powered up and then it takes everything away from you. Oh, it's also a repeating castle, like the one level of Mario. Unless you go down here and dodge the bats. You go left. A lot of really challenging enemy patterns. And suddenly you're in a fucking high-tech space station or some shit. Just because the robot dragon is the last one to fight. So it's also the first boss. You can't really fail unless you're extremely bad. Oh, but then the curse hits you. Suddenly you're a dragon yourself. I'm a dragon! This is just so you can't fail the intro. Look at that heart. Wow, full fill up. Jesus. Easy mode. Kind of cool, actually. Why would I not want to be a dragon? Do I have scaly balls now? Is that the downside? This looks like a total upgrade to me. You can get with nasty Fujoshi furry girls who never wash their armpits and who are really into scalies. So that narrows your dating pool to like 5 people. But you have a huge advantage with those 5 disgusting BO woman creatures. This is legit one of my favorite games, so if you're looking at this and wondering what the fuck's so good about it, just hang on. It actually is really good, and I was shocked to learn this. The first time I played it was the Nintendo Switch port, where you can switch between the old and new graphics at any time you want. Oh no, they got you. You've been cursed by dragons, and now you're a gruesome creature. I look awesome, dickhead. I like my life better now. You have no choice but to search out the powerful antidote of the Salamander Cross. Why? Your success depends on your acquiring the legendary armor and arsenal to assist you in battle against the 5 beastly brutes. You're a desperado in your fight to return your good looks and to save the world from the clutches of these dragons. I'm a desperado, huh? My good looks, huh? This theme song is also has the shopkeeper pig. Look at this absolute fucking badass. It didn't have battery save, so you had to do password save. I think this is one that supported the add-on that you had to buy just to save your games. I don't remember for sure though. Oh no, I need a sword for that. Fuck. So what you're looking at here is basically a fantasy-themed Metroidvania. Which, I mean, you're probably yelling at the screen. That's what Castlevania was. I know. Fire, balls underwater, shut up. But this is a Metroidvania. What's charming about it is it's much simpler than most Metroidvanias, which makes it less stressful and complex. Oh, it's a warp back. I guess I appreciate that being there. It's not really what I wanted. See, for example, I can't get down here until I get the transformation that lets me strike downward with the club, which is the Lion Man. You don't have just power-ups, you have transformations. Your powers come in the form of animal-human hybrid transformations, of which there are 5. There's a nurse waifu, if that's what you want. You need the mouse man power-up to walk up the wall here. Part of the charm is just the derpy-looking character sprites, though, which are derpy on PC Engine, but also much more so on the Master System version. I love looking at them. It's not what I wanted to do. Oh shit! I got my first upgrade. 2 hearts. That's much appreciated and badly needed. Let me try going in here. Nope. So that's your first power-up. Just lying around, which many of them are. It's very chill, cute, low-stress Metroidvania with a lot of charm. I want to say there's less charm in the PC Engine version. And there's not really a reason to play the PC Engine version unless you really like PC Engine, because the graphics are fairly upgraded. The backgrounds are not changed. This is what the Master System version looks like too. The only thing that has changed so far as I can tell is color depth and the sprites for the characters. Look at how he crouches though with his tail sticking up in the air. They have their own charm. I like both versions. So let's undertake our first adventure to the end of the beach level where we get the Fishman transformation or some shit, I think. So when you look at this, it's much more clear why PC Engine got crap for not really being 16-bit. It's kind of sort of 16-bit. I would just call it 8-bit on steroids. It's 8-bit with better color depth and bigger sprites. They didn't really wait long enough to make a full generational difference in the graphics. It doesn't do parallax scrolling, for example. Anytime you've seen what you thought was parallax scrolling in a PC Engine game, it was one of the same tricks they used on NES to fake the same shit. Fuck, god damn it. I hate the water here. I got treasure though. A lot of good stuff, wow. I can use any of these power-ups at any time during gameplay. I think it's like down and B or something. Yep, it's down and attack button. I squandered both of them. Let me see if I can choose Tornado. I killed him with it. So those are single-use special items. Give you a special attack, which really helps you get a super attack to the enemies. Not a big deal early game, but later in the game you'll be glad you have them. So you really want to farm those. It's just classic video gaming. It really makes you understand why 8-bit gaming was even compelling. The gameplay is good, the mechanics are good. It's more than just a run and jump. There's a lot going on in terms of the power-up system. I haven't even shown you the store for buying armor and weapons yet. Fucking green crab. I still had one of those. I really wish I had not squandered that. So it just kills everything on the screen, or damages them anyway. That shoots upwards, which is more important than you might think. There are flying enemies later on that are really hard to hit. Look at the fucker, side fucker. Oh, fuck, here he is. That's what you use the arrow for. Is the cloud fuckers. I think Filthy Weave would really enjoy this. It seems like it's up his alley. That opens an area in the main hub. 135. I can't afford anything. I'll have to come back here. There's a lot of farming in this game of currency. You need a lot of money for the best items, especially the dragon sword and the armor that makes you immune to magma, which unfortunately is a required item for one of the later levels. You can't really go anywhere in the magma world without the magma armor, which makes it kind of unfair that it's something you have to farm so much money for. Farming money should be optional for bonus shit. But it's not really optional. I think at least that's one of the only times in the game you have to do that. It makes sure that you have the lovely experience of grinding at least once during the campaign, so to speak. This is so good though. Like if you had a Master System and felt cheated that you didn't have an NES instead, Dragon's Curse would have been the game that you had that made you feel like it wasn't so bad. Because this is, frankly, better than any of the Super Marios, except maybe Mario 3. Mario 3 had more going on overall, but this was more sophisticated by virtue of being a Metroidvania. And the fact that the only real Metroidvanias on Nintendo were Metroid and Blaster Master that I know of. You still lost out to NES chads, because NES had so many good games on it. But at least Master System Bros had one that was an overlooked gem. Fucking love this game. If this doesn't look great for PC Engine, you're not wrong. This is lackluster graphics. But on Master System, this looked amazing. Master System was a more advanced system than NES in terms of its specs. I unlocked the door. I don't have the mouse man transformation yet, so I can't work that well. We're making some progress though. So there's still reason to go back. We have to go back to the Pigman eventually, remember, to get the expensive shop item, which won't tell us what it is in advance. Gotcha, bitch. Can't phase me. It gives you a lot of arrows because you wind up needing a bunch of them. Here's Magma World. Nothing forces you not to go there, except for the fact that you don't have the right armor yet. You need better armor and you need better weapons. So there's not like an invisible wall, but you won't last very long. Unless you somehow do it with raw skill. I don't see that being a realistic possibility. So we can't go there. We can't go to Magma World until we have the right armor that we talked about and the dragon sword at least. That's one of the later areas of the game. It's really funny they let you take a peek at it this soon. It just feels really good to play. It's got damn good gameplay. There weren't a lot of good games on Master System either. Unless you count the later Game Gear ports. Got it because Brazil stuck with the Master System well into the 1990s. Fucking flower. It's pretty basic compared to, say, Mario. But it's also got some other things going on. Just a different gameplay philosophy. Dick titties. I don't even have a potion this time. It gives you like a raffle. If your potion lands on a heart, then you get a free continue. This time I didn't. Dick titties. Let me see if I have the Master System version for comparison. I got much further and I have a saved game, don't worry. Fuck, I don't have the ROM. I do have Sylvan Tale, which is a bitchin' RPG for Master System. And looks way too good to be on the system. Yeah. I don't want to do that. I want to load my save. And it crashed it. Cool. Not what I intended to do. I feel satisfied. I've shared with you my love for Dragon's Curse, which is all that it's called on PC Engine. On TurboGrafx, it did get a US release and it had ridiculous cover art that looked like a high fantasy novel cover because US gamers had no familiarity with the franchise that it was from. Let's go back to Pac-Man World. I've cleansed my palate sufficiently. I love that game though. This is seriously. I know it's hard to see in the video what makes it so good, but it's just damn good gameplay. Damn good gameplay, and if you love Metroidvanias, it's like a hybrid between like a Super Mario and a Metroidvania, in that there is a lot of platforming and hopping on platforms and whatnot, but it also has a Metroidvania structure and it has really charming graphics, like the little Pigman shopkeeper and the different transformations, and it's fun. It's charming, it's fun, and it's just damn fine video games. It's just good gaming. Can't say enough nice things about it. Get the Switch version if you have a Switch, because it lets you push a button to switch between the Master System graphics and the new hand-drawn graphics at any time of your choosing, which I did a lot during the game, just to see what different areas look like. Let me see if that's on YouTube. Here it is. Yeah, this was 2017, wasn't it? Or thereabouts. They gave it a really appealing art style. I mostly played with the 8-bit graphics, though. I'm glad it got a second chance at the spotlight, though. This is a fucking classic game, which is why it was on Master System and PC Engine. Mouse Man looks so tough and determined. So difficult to follow. It's so adorable. Lineman has the club that swings in an arc, which is kind of OP for combat because it covers such a large area. It expands the hitbox of your weapon to most of your character. Here's the Pigman in HD. 8-bit. Look at the Mouse Man sprite. Oh, they have a girl power character now too. That's good. So I think it's neat that you can just literally push, I think, the select button at any time during the gameplay, and there's a screen wipe. Like so. No, I'm not feeling nostalgic. Can't prove shit. That's what it looks like. That's actually what happens. You just push a button. One button. It's just a skin. There's a lot of emulators that actually do this, let you replace assets. See how little they changed from the Master System graphics to the PC Engine graphics, though? It's not that different. Just some extra colors and different character sprites for the player and masters. It's a shame. Title screen looks better, though. Sorry, I'm just passionate about that game. I had a better time with that game than a lot of like proper modern games in 2017. That was one of my favorite games of that year. It reminded me of what I love about playing games in the first place. It's just simple joy. Make sure the audio's going. Audio's going, video's going. Perilous pipes. Feels like a Mario level. Ow, fuck. Can I smash that? I can smash it. With my fat, juicy ass. Look at that donk. That should be out against the law. Maybe it is. We don't know what laws are in Pac-Land. Can I go down there? Oh, sick. There's actually a point to that. Kind of Kino. If I have criticism of the single central criticism, it's that it's bland. It's flavorless. Basically, they just took a generic pastiche of platformer worlds and put Pac-Man into it. Not very much of it is distinctly Pac-Man, except for the mazes, the dots, and the power pellets. And I guess the ghosts here and there. Not much in this setting has anything to do with Pac-Man. Although I guess technically you could argue that his original setting was quote-unquote Videoland. So just the world of video games. What would I have done differently? I would have made it like more neon. I would have made it resemble the maze levels more. I think that would have given it a more authentic feel. Come on the fuck over here. Come on. Oh. Alright. One of the assets you get with the Pac-Man IP is the music. And all the endless different themed remixes. Which they made full use of in this game. Fair enough. Really, what doesn't confuse me? Smash you. I'm gonna get you. Pac-Man was the original Doomsayer. This winds up having a flavor of some kind, but only barely, because of the distinctive Pac-Man stuff. Makes me kind of want to see more of it. Which is why I really hope that this game sold well enough that we get Pac-Man World 2 and 3. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna guess I don't want to touch those pipes. Shit, fucking asshole. Kill you. You don't want to do it? You don't want to get blown Pac-Man. Never mind. You know what I feel is like a shame that we never got more of, or the Super Nintendo mouse titles. Remember how fun Mario Paint was? A lot of games also that should have had mouse support that didn't. Like, I don't think Clock Tower had mouse support. If there's any game on Super Nintendo that needed it, that was it. It might be full of shit though. Basically, it could have brought the experience of PC gaming home for a lot of people who had a Super Nintendo but didn't have access to their parents' computer, or whose parents didn't have a PC. Something keynote about 16-bit mouse-driven titles. Like, I think SimCity had support. SimCity 2000, I think, had support. really enjoyed the mouse as an input mechanism for Super Nintendo games. We could have had RTS games. Think about that. We could have like fucking Command and Conquer on Super Nintendo. Nothing really prevented that since it had the right input method for it. You could have a control pad plugged into port 2 for all the extra buttons you would need. The closest we got to a proper RTS on 16-bit machines, what to my knowledge was Herzog Zwei on Sega Genesis, which is just not the same as a proper resource gathering base building RTS. Can you imagine? Like fucking StarCraft on Super Nintendo? How dope that would have been to have. Who in the design team decided on the orange clouds? I don't know. No, you fucker. Not today, Satan. It hurt me anyway. What the fuck? Why? What'd I do? Okay. I accept my fate. Close enough. Close enough. I'm not going back for that one. That's a spin dash too. Come on. Be real. What the fuck, man? What am I doing wrong? There we go. I need more of a running start. That's one thing I appreciate about the VCS is the games do have mouse and keyboard support. If you want to, you can hook up a mouse to Centipede, for example. Which is neato. Because it's just a Linux computer, of course, with a front end. I still appreciate it. Gotta get my ass whooped. I'm already down to 1 health. How did this happen? That was close. I that, maybe. Dick titties. Dick titties. Finally got one. Those things are tough. You have to not hit the flame. Which is easier said than done. Like that. Exactly. Stop it! Stop burning me! That's true, Xbox was just USB, wasn't it? OG Xbox was just like laptop hardware from 2002. Or actually, no, it came out in 2001, I think? Or was it 2002? Yeah. Let's say 2001. It was just laptop hardware. Which is also what VCS is, but Xbox had Microsoft behind it, so... Bounce on your fat donk, Pac-Man. Oh, no, not like that. Shit. Then again, if people played, I guess they were afraid people would be like, why do I have a console if I'm just going to play the mouse games on it? But it would have opened up the library to games that don't work without a mouse, like RTS. Also point and clicks. There were a lot of point and clicks that really needed a mouse on console that didn't get them, like Pac-Man 2, or like any of the console, what were the other ones? The Day of the Tentacle, Maniac Mansion got some console ports, didn't it? No, Maniac Mansion did. I don't know if Day of the Tentacle ever did. Basically, there was just a lot of genres we didn't get on console because people didn't use the mouse with it. And Bucket Wario, which was a real game where Wario has put a bucket on Mario's head, was a great example of a fun use of the mouse on Japanese Super Nintendo. I think Umawara Kawase also had mouse support. Don't quote me on that. I'm tired of failing conspicuously over and over. Boy, wouldn't it be nice if this discussion I'm having on the dating app turns into a marriage and I can have a beautiful, thoughtful, compassionate wife. And while I'm wishing, I'd also like a battle mech. I'm living completely in a delusional fantasy world. I think you actually could have had a console that was all mouse games, if you wanted that to be your gimmick. I designed one, because that's the kind of autism I have. Is I designed a fantasy console called the Vision, which is a 16-bit CD console like the Turbo Duo that was mouse-centric. It was mostly point-and-click games. It would have been good. Yes, it would have. It would have been fucking awesome. That's what it would have been. It didn't support any kind of cartridge, so it wouldn't have had Q cards to split the market with. It would have been all CD-ROM from day one. Day one. No FMV allowed. As long as we're thinking about fantasies here. Would have had point and clicks like Where the World's Carmen San Diego, Day of the Tentacle, Sam and Max, stuff like that. And it would have been awesome, perfectly suited for it. Would have been perfectly suited for it. Look at these little lads, I love them, I don't want to hurt them. Look at how happy they are in their little airplanes. Whoever modeled and animated that fella had fun doing it. It's a bird noise. Is that just a reskinned bird from the first level? Like a different model? I think it is. Having some coulrophobia here. I'm sensing clown particles in the air. I really don't like clowns. I'm not scared of them. They just make me uncomfortable and they're not funny. They give me like weird molesty vibes. Like there's no need for them to exist anymore. Not that I'm proposing a clownacost. I'm also not ruling it out. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's the same bullshit reflections that we saw in Smash Bros. Melee and some other games. You can quote me on that. I'm not proposing a Clownacost, but I'm also not ruling it out. I want that to be on my gravestone so people know how I died. Because it's not unlikely that it'll be, in fact, angry clowns that do it. The clowning union. I like that you actually get a benefit for collecting the fruit. Instead of it just adding to your point total. No! Fuck. There's no justice in this world. The only big sin of this game is just being too crude and simple. It's such an elementary, beginner level platformer. I know that they were trying to find their feet, and they're trying to find the identity of Pac-Man in 3D. And they did go above and beyond with Pac-Man's 2 and 3, Pac-Man World. Why not remaster those? I hope we get them next. I hope choosing to remaster the worst one doesn't shoot them in the foot and convince them that nobody wants the sequels. I would love to see Pac-Man become a regular superstar of the platformer genre like Mario or Sonic. He deserves to be. He was there first. Wonder how this would work as a survival horror, though. I think I've seen a video like that, where it's in like an edgy, photorealistic spaceman in a space station running from colorful ghosts. Can I not wall jump? Oh yeah, this way. Oh, alright. Well, okay then. Fair dinkum. That's so he can go around mazes in the game world 3D. That's pretty well thought out. That allows him to make more use of his signature moveset in a 3D environment. Wasn't there Star Fox? Excuse me. Wasn't there StarCraft on fucking Nintendo 64? Whose idea was that? I want to say that there was StarCraft on N64 and not PS1. Where PS1 would have been the fucking obvious choice. Am I right about that? That can't be right. That can't be right. I have to be remembering wrong. There is no PlayStation version of StarCraft, though there is a Nintendo 64 one. What the fuck, man? Whose choice was that? That is the wrong ass platform to put it on. I know I'm not wrong either. Did N64 even have a mouse? Was it even supported in N64 StarCraft? StarCraft used the CD capacity a lot for voice and music and cutscenes. It would have been much better suited to PS1. There's an invisible wall there, god damn it. I hate this music. Also, my controller is now vibrating non-stop. Now, there it goes. I want to say there was at least Command and Conquer on PS1 though, if I remember right. There was also Warcraft 2, but that was on Saturn. I don't remember if there was a PS1 port. A lot of weird decisions happening in that period of the gaming industry. Shit dicks. Dicks with shit on them. It's anyone's guess how that happened. You're really getting a lot of mileage out of those jingles in the arcade. I don't want to jump on a clown's tongue, I really don't. Oh, baby, that's gross. I feel weird. I don't have any memories of a clown touching my pee-pee, but I feel like spiritually, clowns have touched all our pee-pees. Not that there was much to touch back then, it was just a little baby carrot. Which only really came out in public if I was going to sword fight or play lightsabers with someone in the urinal. Did you do that? Like, don't cross the streams? That was the thing at your elementary school, right? Where you tried to piss and like sword fight with your piss streams? Was that gay? I want to say it wasn't. I hope not. Because it doesn't matter now. Because I did a lot of that. I thought it was a competitive sport. Things you should not admit on a live stream. I think that's a typical of being a boy, though, being fascinated with your ability to blast liquid in a fire hose-like manner. Awesome, I have a super soaker built into my body. And it's even better than that because instead of water coming out of it, it's absolutely foul, putrid liquid. So I can potentially weaponize this. Poor teddy bears. They live in the universe of constant pain. There we go. There's got to be something up there. There's not a way to get up there. Unbelievable. It's narratively incorrect. That's also something that's difficult to get over in life, is the instinctive, intuitive conviction that events in your own life, in the real world, should be narratively correct and behave like a story, like a plot line. I think we're bombarded with stories, especially stories about life, that are instructive, like that have morals to them, from such a young age that we think every event that happens in our life has to be that way. There has to be some lesson to take away from it, and it has to have an educational and happy ending to it. And that's not true. It makes it only harder to cope when shit happens that there isn't any real rationale for. That's, I think, a big part of growing up is realizing you're not a character in a story. You need a good example of what I mean. Look at how Chris Chan sees the world. Where he went from being Ash Ketchum in his own knockoff Pokemon world to Jesus Christ. Come on, you little fucking yellow ball. Who do you think you are, Pac-Man? Hot damn, and just in time for quitting time. Did you ever have delusions like that, that you were the main character in a story of some kind? And that God was like an author writing the story of your life? Yeah, once the cops brought my sister home the first time, I was pretty much disabused of that notion. Come on, who cares if the cherries aren't in a straight line? There aren't any straight lines in nature. Ain't no perfectly straight roads. I really don't. There we go. We beat the first level of each of the 2 additional worlds before the final boss. Barrel Blast. That sounds familiar. Wonder where you got the inspiration for that one from. See, it's too fucking derivative. This has almost no identity of its own. If they do like a Pac-Man World 4, it really needs to lean into the Atari Vector Neon World thing. And make the ghosts actually scary instead of dopey cunts, basically. These brain-damaged clowns that they are in the Pac-Man World series. Not to be overly cruel. Let's see where we are. I never saved the first guy. I gotta save all the family members, don't I? Where was that guy? Where was he? He was in World 1, wasn't he? Guess I gotta fucking backtrack again to get the good ending. Well, thank you all for making time. Actually, maybe we should do one more creepypasta before we go, because they're short, and I only did one this time. Alright, here's one that's 3 minutes and 50 seconds that won't kill us.
Groaning floorboards overhead stir me to consciousness. I look at the clock, knowing what I will see, but nonetheless desiring confirmation. At this point, I could probably throw it out and let the fights wake me. She starts in with muffled crying. He shouts something at her. I can recognize it as English, but not make it out. Travel? Enamel? Gravel? It's become a game, trying to figure out what they're fighting over. She slaps him so hard I can hear it, and feel it secondhand. A good hard slap is like that. I deliberate over whether I really need this job for a solid 3 minutes before forcing myself out of bed and lurching to the bathroom. Those 2 continue unabated, creaking and small showers of dust betraying their location. They're over my kitchen now. A blast of hot water scours the sleep crud from my eyes. So rejuvenating that more than once. That's been my entire shower. If I'm running late, I just stick my head in, wash my face and hair, and let it dry during the commute. I think my skin dehydrates while I sleep. Anywho, a resounding thud. He's knocked her on her ass. More loud weeping. I've long since given up on the cops doing anything about it. This was before I knew better than to involve anyone else. Like a show they put on just for my sake. Count Chocula today. Always buy the colorful sugary cereals. I get weird looks from the cashier sometimes, but I'm finally old enough that I sincerely don't give a shit. I always wondered how that happens. Turns out you just don't have the energy to care. Like how when you're a kid you can just explode to your feet and run off like a maniac, but by 20 it takes a second or 2 to get up from your seat. That interval grows exponentially from that point onward. I mix the cereal around. Pet peeve, I want it all saturated with milk. I hear her run from one room to another, slam the door and lock it. Then the pounding starts. His voice is stern at first, but it grows increasingly frustrated and menacing. Then he begins counting down. I can't make out the numbers, but the sound of it is unmistakable. Why the hell does chocolate cereal turn the milk purple? What's in this shit? It's probably making my sperm count plummet. Fine by me, I'll never need 'em. Apart from my schedule, emotional unavailability, and incurable bad habits, living under a seemingly endless domestic brawl has put me off romantic pursuits. remember when I tried to get the landlady to do something. She was alarmed at first as I described what I heard. But when she went up to check it out, that was the end of it. I returned my calls just once, warning me not to waste her time again. At last, I heard a crash as he kicks the door down, then panic screaming, cut short by a single gunshot. All is still. Seconds tick by. I hear the floorboards flex above me as he paces to and fro. I can imagine what's going on through his mind. Then comes the second gunshot, and the sound of something heavy collapsing to the floor. A few minutes later, 2 red stains begin to grow on the ceiling. It would trouble me,